Hi, my name's Andrew Goodwin. I'm currently 36 years old, and when I was 17 years old, I was diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenia. To say that my life was awful would be an understatement, and for anybody out there that is suffering with paranoid schizophrenia or other similar mental illness, my heart completely goes out to you. I was a complete mess. I was led to believe that my life would never amount to anything, that I would never be able to drive or work, have a family, or be able to stop taking medication. And obviously, for people that have that diagnosis, this is the case. This is the reality. I was hopeless, lost and depressed on so many levels. Every day, voices in my head, seeing things that other people couldn't see. Terrible fear, nightmares, paranoia. It was a real awful place to be. I think that many times when people are labelled with a diagnosis of a mental illness, that it is something that causes even more depression, because to have that label says, look, this is who I am, this is a massive part of my identity, and it's not going to go away. I also had massive drug problems and dependency problems. I was 17 when I was diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenia. I think by the age I was 21, my life was just completely devoid of any kind of hope for any kind of a life that would bring any kind of satisfaction. It was just a horrible place. Felt isolated from my family, from my friends. It just felt like nobody knew me and nobody could reach me and nobody could understand me. It was just an incredibly alone existence. And one day, something happened that I was really not expecting. Someone shared with me the gospel of Jesus Christ and how God had sent his son to die on a cross in my place for my sins. They told me that God had got a plan for my life and that God could heal me, and God could restore me. He asked if he could pray for me, and he prayed for me right then and there. And as he was praying for me, I felt this power and this love, and it was like nothing I'd ever felt before. And I knew that this was Jesus. I knew that what he was saying was right, and that this God who made the world loved me and at that moment was trying to reach me. As he was praying for me during that moment, it was the most powerful thing I'd ever encountered in my life. After that, I gave my life to Jesus, and I asked Jesus to give me the life, to help me to live the life that he created me to live. I asked him to forgive my sins, to come into my life, to make me a new person. I started going to church, and about a year after that time when I gave my life to the Lord, I got baptised. And that was back in 2002. I was 21 years old. It was like 16 years ago, 17 years ago. Now, a year after I was baptised, and I appreciate this might sound controversial for somebody who's talking about mental health that's coming from a background of having paranoid schizophrenia, but I really believe that God wanted me to stop taking medication, that through him touching my life, that I'd actually been healed. I spoke to my doctors, my psychiatrist and whatnot, and they agreed that I could stop taking medication if I did it in a supervised way, where they would monitor me just to check on my progress, see how I was doing, just to make sure everything was okay and that I was okay. I want to tell you that God is faithful, because that was 16 years ago now. 16 years without having to take any medication. 16 years without any kind of a relapse. I've been driving now for a good 10 years. I've been working full time for the last 13, 14 years. I believe that God is a God of second chances. I believe that God is a God of freedom and of liberation. I believe that God is able to heal anybody, and that spiritual freedom is the inheritance of a true Christian. That if you are truly a Christian, that you believe in Jesus and you endeavour to seek and follow Jesus, that power, love and a sound mind are yours by default, by inheritance. It's something that God has given to us. And yes, it's something that we have to apply, but it's something that God has done for us. Sometimes people hear my story and they say, wow, you've done a great job at doing that, but that was you, Andrew. It was you that's got you through those things. But I want to tell you that there is no way in a million years that I could have gotten myself from that place of being a messed up teenager, paranoid schizophrenic, from there to where I am now. There's no way I could have done that. I am here right now because Jesus Christ has saved me. I am here right now because Jesus Christ loves me. And I am here right now because Jesus Christ loves you. And I want to tell you that no matter what you're going through, no matter what you've been through, Jesus Christ is the answer to your problems. No matter who you are, no matter what you're going through, no matter what you've been through, no matter what you've done, Jesus Christ is there. The Bible says that all those who call on the name of the Lord shall be saved. There's no one who's sinned too much that God can't forgive them. And there's no one that's too messed up that God can't restore them. I know that what God has done in my life may sound impossible, but the Bible says that nothing is impossible for God. I pray that if you're watching this video, that God would bless you and touch you and minister to you, and that He would help you to understand that He has got a plan for your life. But you can't live it on your own. You've got to reach out to the living God. God bless you guys. Thanks for listening. If you'd like to find out more and hear more of my story, please check out ex-schizophrenicmedia.com or find me on YouTube at Ex-Schizophrenic Media or Facebook Ex-Schizophrenic Media. Thank you very much for your time. God bless you.